is Ariel, and I'm currently a final year student, and I'm majoring economics, and I'm applying for a digital marketing internship. And fun fact about me is I love comedy.
Okay, thank you, Ariel. Moayana, have you introduced yourself? Maybe for the team, we will just state our name so we won't take so much time from Moayana.
Okay, my name is Wayana, and also like wife of Jinx here and in the house. And what I'm doing is mostly is market development and supervising finance. The fun fact about me, I like doing adventure, so I don't I don't afraid of like any bugs except the caterpillar. It's not afraid; it just tickle.
Okay, okay, thank you, Moayana. Oh, we have another new person here, Neil.
Okay, hello guys. My name is Neil. I'm from the PD chapter intern. I'm a computer science student right now. And one fun fact about me is that I eat a lot, like really a lot, whether it's a snack or like heavy meal. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, thank you, Neil. And then go to Lila.
Hi everyone. My name is Leila. I'm a digital marketing intern. Started in December. Um, I'm from Jakarta. Well, not really from Jakarta, but I currently live in Jakarta. Um, One fun fact about me is that I don't know. I used to live in Australia and Malaysia, so I guess that's it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Lila. To Rahma.
Hi everyone, my name is Rama. I'm a marketing and business development intern. Started at the same time with Lila, and I'm from Indonesia, but I'm currently living in Japan. And one fun fact about me, I really like Korean drama, and I'm really passionate about it. And there's this one time that I wrote an article about it too. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Nice to meet you all.
Okay, for the marketing team from Kaaldo first.
Hello everyone, my name is Aldo. I'm here for the digital marketing and also helping for the market builder team. And fun fact about me, I'm trying to finish Grey's Anatomy to the season 17.
Okay, thank you, Kaaldo. To Kak Gani.
Okay, good morning everyone. So my name is Gani. I'm currently living in Jogja. I'm here as a digital marketer and content creator. And fun fact about me, I drink 3 cups of coffee 3 days, 3 cups a day, and eat like 4 times a day. So yeah, a lot of eat and drink.
Mabuk Gani.
Yeah, what?
Beware of caffeine overdrive. Okay. Last to Kak Rizal.
Okay, thank you, Grace. Hello, everyone. My name is Rizal. Currently, I'm working as Vice Chapter Lead at Marketing Chapter. And right now, I live in the next door with Gani. And my fun fact is, yeah, I want to increase my weight basically, but I cannot. I don't know. I cannot increase my weight because I also eat a lot, and I also eat. Yeah, that's my fun fact. For to you,
Ya
Grace.
Rizal parah itu.
Okay, thank you. And then for me, I'm Grace. I'm also a digital marketing intern, starting on October. And then my fun fact would be maybe the same like Kak Rizal because I haven't gained weight like in the last 3 years. So yeah, that's my goal for this year. And then we will start with the Scrum for today. I will share my screen so that the new person will can see. Okay, so everyone can see already, right? We will start with the MI1 first from phone and WhatsApp campaigns, online sourcing over to the project champion, Kak Aldo.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Chair, for the time and good morning, everyone. So, if you could open the card, Miss Chair.
Yes, it's a little bit freezing.
Yep.
At the cover, Kak Aldo.
Yep. So if you could scroll down, Grace, to the activity. So actually, for the update for the funnel itself, we don't have. I don't have any update for the funnel since we are starting to outreach again and contact again with the leads by today due to the holiday from the new year. And the updates itself, so I'd like to have some improvement. First of all, for the contract itself that we give to the leads. So I saw that many leads that seeing the contract, they didn't want to sign the contract and didn't want to have this agreement since we offered them the contract and they don't want to commit. So I'd like to give discussion to the team to delete the contract and just give the summary. Just they're not really afraid for the commitment for the contract. And I would also like to MVP for new channel of online canvassing. I'm trying to canvas on Twitter and Instagram by using hashtags. If it's getting good lead, I would like to give it to our canvasser for the best practice. I think that's my update. Back to Miss Chair.
Okay, thank you, Kak Aldo. I see for the last comments from Jim, like it's about the contact
Yep,
of the leads, but this is already solved, right? The one you asked us to
yep,
always put it in
yep.
the Trello card.
Yep, for the first
Okay.
question, I already comment on the card. And for the second question, I commented on the improvement that I would like to do right now.
Okay, thank you, Kak Aldo. Maybe from me, I would like to ask. I remember that when we have leads and contacts, we will put it in the card, and then you ask us to make a WhatsApp group. Is that counts as the meeting funnel, or in which funnel did you count it for
Yep,
the
for
making of
the,
the WhatsApp group?
yep, for creating the WhatsApp group, I think it's still on the response funnel. So it's not start on the discussion yet. So yeah, I think it's still counted there.
Okay,
I have
and then maybe to the yes, Kak Rizal.
Okay, so my question is over to Aldo is we want to not use partnership agreement anymore. Maybe over to Wayana, is there any drawback if we don't not use agreement contract? So yeah, that's my question over to Wayana.
This agreement is for the long partnership or what?
For the time partnership,
Oh, for the temp. Oh, for the temp, actually, uh, as the revision last time is more like not as a contract, it's just a summary of
Yep,
what they are agreed to provide and the price, and then so you send that
yep.
to,
But what we send is also on the agreement also, right? For the one that have the sign, the place to sign.
yes.
So I
So
would like to delete that part actually.
yeah, actually, yeah, that's the most friction. So on that part, uh, as long the BP team and the new owner always like communicate before give a guess what I can see in the WhatsApp group that's happening. So no one assumption it should be okay.
Okay, over to Jing.
I'd like to comment. If we're going without a contract, does this have possible negative consequences to HAR and reservation teams who basically don't have any security or certainty on the supply because owners are not committed to
Yep.
doing it?
Uh,
Yeah.
if I may answer, Mr. So I think for the drawbacks for the reservation itself, because every new leads, every new possible reservation that we got, we communicated first to the group, so we ask them if it's available or not. So I think the drawback for the reservation itself is not really that, but maybe the pricing is also, I think we ask every time we want to do reservation ya, Mo, ya, for the
Yeah.
pricing. Yep, I think it's good, yeah, since we communicate well for to the leads.
So the reservation for time is like case by case. Sometimes they put like might be 20 million. If there is just for 3 months, they have the budget this much, and then reservation. Are you okay with that? And then okay, sometimes get the lower. It's like a case by case deal. It's not like because we don't we the inquiry is from Facebook, so they always communication between the channel WhatsApp between the owner or the manager to the so the deal is case by case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe for Mr. Secretary, please write about this pivot about the summary about the lead, and then if there is no more comments, we will move to the second one, MI7 field canvassing, which is online offline sourcing.
Okay,
Is
thank you,
actually
Grace.
okay.
Okay, so for my update, for the funnel update itself, the number is stagnant. It is zero activity. From the awareness activity, we don't have field canvasser right now. From Sila is not have any activity as for now. And then for the C and D funnel, from Aldo and also Mayana will working follow up the leads after the holiday season because the owner is not available or ready to communicate from the previous holiday season. And then from campaign update, the first one is I will update from Dea update first. Dea will offer as a sales and a business developer for temporary role. I already create the contract and still reviewed by HR. And then Dea will helping on the whole stack of business development from canvassing until a deal happen. This deal happen. It's basically for exclusive partnership and all the incentive or the bonuses will also paid if Dia is can close the deal from exclusive partnership. And then the other update it's from Mawayana. Mawayana will create a new pivot project to enhance this campaign basically. So from as we know from the previous project, we have freelancer with 50-50 commissions, but it is give zero result. But for the pivot project is basically we want to create freelancer that paid per exclusive partnership contracts. So it will more higher uh, paid, or it will be create more higher motivation for the freelancer itself, but the exact number is still discussed. And basically this freelancer will manage from canvassing or discovery, market discovery, until close the deal. And also from the HR update is just post the a job post regarding field canvasser role on LinkedIn again. And basically for the Bali role is it is temporary role, and then for the Jogja is freelancer right now. I think that, and also I want to uh, put the reminder to Wayana and Aldo to follow up the leads from Villa Monica, I believe. And also, Oyan, please close the deal from the Villa Clue, so we will secure the partnership, and then we can sell it for in our social media. Yeah, I think that's all from me. Back to Miss Jar.
Okay, Kak Rizal, thank you. If I'm not mistaken, we do have like we have a plan for Jogja freelancer like a few weeks ago. How is it going?
Yeah, the candidate is not do the activity again, the test activity. No, yeah, his is not show up on the test trial.
He is a freelancer, right?
Yep, freelancer.
Okay, for how long?
I believe it is 3 months duration for the freelancer itself.
Rizal?
Yep,
Okay,
mine.
thank you, Kak. Yes.
Okay. For the freelancer, if there is no activity, I think it's I just ask you want to do it or not, so that we don't have to follow up. Like so if doesn't want to do it, just dismiss so that we know which one we want to focus on.
I see. I see. Okay, I will. Oh, okay. I will have a sub discussion with Mayana regarding the freelancer if we want to continue or not. But basically, we want to have activity in the field field marketing more. So I just want to if it's still working with the the different commission. So yeah, we still better to follow up this project basically. That's from me.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe if I may for Kak Lisa for the canvasser,
Yeah,
since you said that the freelancer is have a 3 month contract, right?
yeah.
Maybe you can have like a statement in the contract that if they don't have any activity, maybe let's say for 1 week or 2 weeks, the contract will be automatically terminated like that. So to follow up Mayana
Mm,
suggestion also.
mm. Okay, yeah, noted, Chris.
Okay, is there any input for the offline canvassing?
I
If
think
not,
they
we
will
will.
just secretary and then have like put the sub discussion between me and Rizal.
Okay, thank you, Mayana, and we will move to the website campaign over to Mas Gani for MI3.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Jen, for the time. So I'd like to give update about the MI3 website campaign. So on the panel update is there. I have updated, and the last week analytic compared to the previous time is the insight is page view from organic is pretty much same with the previous week. page view from Google Business traffic is increased to 100%, and page view from Instagram is dropped by 90%. So based on the timing during yesterday long weekend, long holiday, property owner didn't have the intention to looking for the property management service because they focused on taking care of their property. So we doesn't have any leads coming in the last week. And the next is I believe based on Mas Rizal digital marketing planning for 2021, the website campaign will be delegated to Aldo, but I will help the apa namanya the delegation process. So the awareness funnel, the target is page view and traffic will be delegated to the Facebook and LinkedIn will be delegated to Rila to find traffic from Facebook and LinkedIn, and from Instagram is by me, and the next is from Google Ads or paid ads is by Aldo itself. And then the consideration funnel is the target is the leads. So the analytic will be by Rama, and on the UI UX is by Aldo. So I think that is the update.
Okay, thank you. Are there any questions about this campaign?
No.
Okay. Okay, then we will move to the revenue campaign. Actually, for the revenue campaign for the uh, for this morning, still not update yet because still also waiting for the BI Scrum and the update from inquiries from HAR. So we will move to the discussion paper.
Grace, sorry, I have a new card that I put
Yeah.
there basically. So I just want to announce. So we have three
Okay,
new
it's okay.
card basically. Sorry, four card. So this is this four card is uh, to get awareness in each campaign, and this is basically supporting the revenue campaign, and also it will assign. I already put the campaign champion on the paper discussion, so yeah, this is only announcement, but for the complete information or the update will start on the next week. Yeah, that's basically announcement for me. Back to Miss Chair.
Okay, thank you, Kak Rizal. Uh, so we will move to the discussion paper. Wait a minute. Maybe Kak Rizal, would you like to help for uh secretary? Okay.
Mm, wait, secretary or share the screen, please.
Yes, yes. It's loading too long in my side.
Okay, okay, wait, give me a minute. Mm, the screen share. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, okay. Okay. We will start with the topmost verse from Ching.
Actually, you can probably go to mine last. I'm thinking, Grace, because perhaps through this discussion we'll actually discover. But my first question is, what are the new people working on? And I saw that we had internship campaigns on the Trello, and I'm wondering why we're not updating those or reviewing those. But maybe through the rest of the discussion we'll discover why.
Okay. Uh, let's move to the reset number first for the second thread from Kak Rizal.
Okay, thank you, Grace. Okay, so it is from should we reset the number in campaign card because we're starting a new month or a new year basically, and I think it is better to reset it because we already have the previous number, but we want to create a new number or new performance based on the new strategy and also new campaign champion. And other than that, it's basically I want to compare from the previous statistic or previous performance with the new performance. So our strategy is basically improving or not improving. Yeah, that's basically from my side. I want to open for discussion and please, Grace, to lead the discussion.
Okay, actually, there is a discussion from Gani about the reason, and also Jing already answer it that we want to see the newest progression and the past history tends to keep the conversion rates, and we want to see if we are getting better or worse. And then my next question will be when will we reset the numbers? And we already, yeah, that's from me. When we will reset the numbers.
Okay, let me answer it, Grace. Since we in the
Over to, this is already 4th of January, yes.
Yeah, so since it is still the first week of January, so I think it's better to reset it at the first week, so it is still on the momentum. And that's my answer. I propose to reset by the first of January, the first week of January. That's my proposal. Back to you, Grace.
The first week of January, is it on Wednesday when we have our first asynchronous in the first week?
Basically, I want to make it done before we do the next scrum on Monday. So yeah, maybe my request to the each campaign champion to apa namanya, to reset all the numbers and uh, basically create a new stage, or if you want to update the stage, but if you not update, if you don't want to update the stage, basically please reset the number. And yeah, that's my for me, Chris.
Okay, maybe over to the current project champion. Maybe do you have any confusion to Kak Ghani first? Ching, are you raising your hand?
Yes, actually, great. I'd like to just double check, right, to see if the whole room is on the same page. So I'm going to pick on somebody. I'm going to pick on Ariel. Ariel, question to you. What do you prefer? Do you prefer keeping a running tally, or do you prefer to reset the numbers on the funnel?
Uh, I don't know the condition, the real condition yet. But I think what I get from the discussions is to reset the number or not. I think I don't know, but maybe the reason why uh the statistic reset is the new year maybe. But for me, I think it's important to reset the data but keep the old data before. I don't know
Okay.
about the real context. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Let me double check this with another person too as well. Let's go to Rahma. Rahma, over there. What's your thoughts on this? Do you think it's better to reset the numbers or to keep the running total?
Okay. I think it's good that we want to reset the number, because as you said before, so we can see like the change in number clearly. But is it gonna like affect the previous one? Because we didn't know like the previous one, so like it's kind of like I'm afraid that we're gonna lose the number, so we
Ooh,
don't know like what to expect for the next one.
okay.
So
Let's go
that's
over to
what important.
Amelia. Amelia, what do you think about what Rama just said about if we do the reset, we might lose the previous data?
Well, I guess in a way I do kind of agree because like otherwise, how would you compare like your performance from before? Like, are you improving or like I well for me I think it's kind of important that you keep the data, but if you want to reset it, but then you kind of have to, I guess, something to see, like compare and see from,
Mm,
yeah, I guess it's just what I think.
okay, all right, interesting. Let's go to Neil. Neil, do you have anything new to add to the discussion, Neil?
I think nothing new, but I really agree with what Camila just said right now.
Okay. Okay, all right, back to the chair.
Okay, maybe from Kak Aldo, we haven't seen your answer yet. In the reset of numbers, you are also the campaign champion, right?
Yep. Um, for me, I think it makes sense if we want to reset the number, because so then we can see the improvement on the way we see it, like month on month or year on year performance on the card. But then the question will be like, how often will we reset the card? Is it like quarterly, monthly, yearly, or yeah? So we can see the so it will be like the benchmark of the performance itself for the campaign. Back to Mr.
Okay, okay, maybe to follow up also from Kak Aldo, like when which where we will keep the old data and we will look at it, compare it, comparing it to the current data, like how
Yep.
often, and yep. Okay, from Wayana, do you have anything to add?
From my side, I think agree with Dito to Aldo. So agree to the reset, but we have to keep the old data to comparison, and then like just to be clear, like decide when we'll every when we're gonna reset it, and then and from there you can like basically like take away like, oh, by resetting it like every quarter, is it good or bad, and then from there you can do the next step.
Okay, so thank you, Wayana. Uh, so for the reviewing monthly, yearly, is there any thoughts on this? Maybe from Kak Rizal first.
Hmm. Okay.
So we will have like the full conclusion after this.
Okay, Grace, thank you. So I just hear the thoughts basically, and everyone, I believe it's already good to reset the numbers, but the question is still how frequently and when we want to. But, the question is how the how frequent is the resetting the numbers, and I will come up with the um, basically, I still want to discuss the how frequent it is, but since everyone is already agree, and also still it is still the momentum to reset the statistics is my conclusion is I will need help from each campaign champion to reset the numbers, but please also save the apa namanya the statistic in the paper. I will provide the paper letter so everyone can see the performance based on the 2020 statistic. That's for me. Back to Miss Chair, if it's still not clear.
Okay, thank you, Kak Rizal. So we will reset a number. The conclusion is we will reset a number on the first week of January. Oh, Kak Khani, yes.
Okay, thank you, Grace. So, I think for how we can save the previous number, we could create a new card, create new Trello card. So on this current Trello card, we just simply write it on the title. Okay, this is for the 2020, and then we copy in the card, and then we rewrite the
Hmm.
2021. So I think just that, so we can create on the two card on the Trello card. Yeah, I think just that. Back to Mr.
Okay, so like, do you mean the new card will have title like 2021 and then the old one will have 2020? Okay. Okay, but isn't it would it be crowded in the Trello card and misread maybe from uh Kak Aldo if you are oh
Would
yes
you
Ching
mind to
if we are about to
Would you mind to repeat, Grace? It's kind of breaking in me.
oh yeah sorry to Kak Aldo first maybe if you are the project champion and then you will have two cards, one card is titled 2020 and the other one is 2021, would you like misread it? Would which one do you agree like for Kak Kani idea about creating the Trello card or making a new paper, a new completely new card?
I think by the idea of Mas Gani, I think is that so the card will be like in something like archive or it's like kind of like a library for us. So I think the 2020's card is just like something we can reference to instead of like having two cards. So because we're not updated at all right there.
Okay, over to Mr. Ching first.
Okay. I'd like to just interrupt real quick. Mr. Chair, does this feel a little bit strange right now where the discussion is going?
Yes, it's
Okay. So, in this type of circumstance, what do you think is the best way to keep the fluency of the discussion without getting kind of bogged into the details?
uh having the conclusion and then like the discussion for the technical things.
Right. But we're trying to get to a conclusion, but it seems like it's not concluding, right? And the clock is ticking. Um, Grace, is there another way that you can, as let's say a chairperson, think of a way to delegate this so that it doesn't stop the meeting from progressing?
Sorry sir, it's lagging.
Okay,
What is the other way?
is there a way that you can sort of encapsulate this uncertainty, kind of delegate it, and then continue with the rest of the meeting?
Okay, I will ask for uh Kak Rizal and each project champion to have like discussion about the technical thing. And for the conclusion for now, we will reset the number of the first week of January. And then for the technical, uh, we'll have the sub discussion whether we will do it on Trello card or papers.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, Mr. Secretary, do you still remember the conclusion, right? And then we will move on to the announcement for the strategy of 2021.
Okay, Grace. I think it is for me. Okay, so it is a new campaign champion basically. So we have organic campaign and also paid campaign. And from the organic campaign, we have three Airbnb campaign. Basically, there's already right there who is the campaign person. Sorry, campaign champion person. And as I discussed before, we will create a new card or basically update the previous card by the new campaign champion. And then uh, oh yeah, I will have sub discussion regarding the KPI with the each campaign champion person, and yeah, basically that's my announcement. If anyone have a question, maybe you can write your question on there, so we will not waste reduce the time in this discussion. I think that's all. Back to you, Miss Chair.
Okay, thank you, Kak Lisa. We will wait for the discussion for each campaign champion for the KPI. And then the next one will be, can you please scroll down a bit? Yes, for the inquiry insight from HAR.
Yep. Okay. So this is
Can you zoom in the picture?
yeah, Grace, thank you. Okay, this is basically statistic from inquiry recording from HAR. So HAR is providing us the data about what type of villa and then in which area that's popular right now. So this is the stats basically, and um, the top one is basically private villa with 1 until 2 bedrooms that located in Canggu at the first top area. The second area is Seminyak, and the third area is basically in Ubud and follow up with Uluwatu area. So this is the insight basically, but I just want to apa ya? I just want to open for discussion offer to everyone. What is the next action we can do regarding with this data basically? I think that's back to Miss Chair.
Okay, thank you, Kak Lisa. Over to the Kak Aldo first. Like, what is the next action after we got this data that about the private villa and bedrooms?
Yep. Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, what I think is what we can do for this data. I think it's the prioritization itself that we want to do in terms of the supply acquisition. So right now we could see like the demand right now is on 1 to 2 bedroom villas in Canggu, Seminyak, or Ubud. So we could prioritize there, and like, we can see the trend right now is there's not much people looking for the pet friendly villa when when on the last time we could, so we won't need to we really need to ask for the pet friendly villas. And yeah, I think this is very sourceful for the supply acquisition side.
Okay, thank you, Kak Aldo. Over to Rahma. Do you have any thoughts on this one?
Mm, I think the next action would be like probably for the online canvassers, so we can focus on those category that provided there. Um, so we know like what kind of villa people are looking for right now. That's
Okay,
all.
thank you, Rahma. Over to Lila.
I think Rahma and Aldo already sums it up for me as well, because through the statistic you can see what area is popular, and like, which area we should focus more to canvas on. So I don't really have anything to add, I guess.
Okay, thank you, Lila. From Wayana.
Okay, from me, I think uh, what we can, what I can add more is that like mm, since since December is over, I think I will revisit like the one that was full before, and then uh, basically to follow up the one villa that in Canggu that we have it already to follow up follow up regarding that the demand that is still there like Canggu one two and three.
Okay, thank you, Wayana. Over to Mas Gani.
I think I is pretty much same with Aldo. Yeah.
Okay, maybe from me, since it is for online canvassing also. Aside from that, we can also have evaluation about the property that we currently have, and are there any lacking in the supply of the property we have that maybe uh, have loopholes from this data, so we know which one to prioritize, because we do have properties in those area, but how many of our supply right now that matches this data, so we can have evaluation and then prioritize for the online canvassing.
Okay, Chris.
Okay, so the conclusion would be, over to Jing. Do you have any other insight?
Yeah, I think it's actually good how everybody's kind of seeing the benefit of the data, getting some clarity. But I don't think we crystallized it yet into like a really tight vision that the whole team can work around. So let me toss this over to. Let me do this. Who has control of the screen right now? Rizal, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Rizal. Could we magnify the graph that's on the left side, please? Yeah. So let's go there, and let's. I'm going to toss this over to Rahma. Rahma, based on what you can see here, can you give me a narrative of what you believe the marketing team should focus on? Can you tell me, like, okay, based on what you see here, what is the narrative of what our guests are looking for?
So our guests are looking for private villa,
Mhm.
probably in the area in Canggu, Seminyak, or Ubud.
Okay.
It would be one to two bedroom, or three or four bedroom.
Okay. Very good.
It doesn't need to be pet friendly villa,
Okay.
and but it's important to have a pool.
Yes. Okay. That's it. Okay. So then that I think is the intelligence, is the insight from this particular data. Now we have a narrative. Now once we have a narrative, we know what we need to focus on. Exactly like Rama just said. So that I think is the crystallization of all this information, right? Um, when we look at data, I think it's really important to prioritize. And this is what the data helps us do. It helps us see what are the really important things that our guests are trying to say to us in aggregate, and what are the things that are not so important. We know friendliness is not so important. Okay, so we probably don't need to discuss about that with a prospective owner. But we know the size, we know the location, and we know also the condition of privacy is really, really important. Now that is the more crystallized, the more focused that becomes, the more effective as a chapter we can work to really get what our customers really want to stay in. So that I think is how we pull together a conclusion from from this data here. Back to Grace.
Okay, thank you, searching. So the conclusion, this will be used for the data will be used for the effectiveness of the work of online canvassing, and the online canvassers will have also the discussion with the project champion about which area to prioritize. Okay, Kak Rizal, can you go back to the okay for the conclusion is for the action is for the online canvassing, and the online canvassers also from for the project champion will have a sub discussion about which property to prioritize in 2021.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Kak Rizal. I don't think we have another thread below, and we will go back to Jing's question, the last question.
Actually, if I may on this one, I probably would just like to have a more private discussion with Donnie, Rizal, Aldo, and Grace, and some of the new people can probably depart from this. But I don't really know what the new people are working on, and I'm not sure why we're not monitoring
Mm.
their progress at this scrum, which only happens once a week, and it's a really good time to get feedback for new people to know that if what they're doing is actually on track. And I did see that on a lot of new campaign cards, there doesn't seem to be any data showing what the progress is. So maybe it's happening somewhere that I can't see, but I don't think so. So at this point, I'd just like to kind of break down real quick. I'll give a quick feedback to the employee team, with Grace in private, and that's all I'd like to say about this one.
Okay, so for the conclusion, like Mr. Ching wants to have some discussion about the visibility about the what is a new person going uh, progress and what are they are working on. Okay, please Kak Rizal, write it down. Okay, I think there is no more thread left. Okay, that's all from now. For the sub discussion that we have on the thread, please be mindful for the each project champion. So please schedule it accordingly. That's all for today. For the next uh Scrum, we will have Kaaldo for sharing, and then hello.
Yep, Grace. We can hear you.
Okay, we will have Kaaldo for sharing, and then I will be the secretary, and we will ask Kak Rizal to help with the recording. That's all for today. Thank you, everyone,
Okay.
and
Oh,
have a good day.
okay. Actually, could I have Rizal,
Yes.
Johnny, and Aldo stay? Um, and actually, Grace, I'll speak to you later about this too. Yeah, but let me just have the three guys stay for some discussion.
Okay. Okay. For Kak Gani, Kak Anggu, and Kak Rizal, please stay